So today we are starting a new chapter in our lives. Like I say, a new book. This nation is going to be on a new journey. Come, who knows, today or later this week, we will find out who will be the new president. And let's begin this new interesting journey together. So in this video we will have we'll talk about the enormity of this election. We will touch on a bit on Pastor Dana Coverstone dream, and also my own dream that I had about the 7 waves that are coming. So everybody agrees that this election will be huge to America. Do you know how everything will play out for America? May affect the whole world? Yes, it does start on November 3rd, but will continue on the whole month of November and possibly into the 4 years or even maybe longer. According to some predictions, this will be the last president for America. They're stating that this president who gets elected will be the last one. Can that even possible? Because that's really is unheard of. And this really can be huge if that's the possible thing. Because just imagine all the reasons this country that it's if this president gets elected, I'm sure you're already aware all the reasons, like economic and political, educational, all the morals, and the whole field for America, and many policies, foundations, and the whole constitution can be at hand. So Pastor Dana Coverstone had a dream for November stating that he had a warning that there will be something going on, something huge that will affect America. He had remember how he had a dream about November, that he was saying that this month will be very hard for many. It will be dark and hardly any sun will stream through. It's all symbolically speaking. He's stating that Trump possibly will win, and it will be questionable. People will be questioning it because they'll state the obvious winner is not so obvious. And he was also predicting in his dream that he saw there would be protesting, lots of protesting going on. There'll be a lot of riots, a lot of confusion. There'll be lots of people firing weapons and shooting at things. He also saw cities in the smoke, pillars of smoke around them. He said that like buildings, and he said rebuilding would take time and trust would take even longer. He said government could not do it in a timely manner. I'm sure all of you are aware of all the news that are happening already. Already there's something going on in politics. There's a lot of frenzy about mail order voting and all kinds of things that are going on. In his dream, he also saw dynamite in a wagon that Kamala Harris was riding with Joe Biden. And then he said there was a huge explosion. So possibly people are stating that possibly if that comes true, there'll be some kind of it's like a symbolic explosion that will happen. Something will happen in the headlines that people will be aware. In his dream there was also fire, like shots fired, 3 fire shots. So there could be something going on like that, or it could be all symbolically made. Then there could be a huge explosion that would happen, possibly. Like I said, all the dreams that we have are all more symbolically speaking. So to kind of make it in a glance, it states that November will be a dark month. At the end of November, there'll be light and hope on the horizon. So America will go into emergency mode in November. Let's wait and see. So also in his dream, he had there was like a huge explosion, darkness, and like he saw buildings on fire. Then he saw people in shelters sitting there with suitcases. So it could be something like, we know, symbolically speaking, people will get displaced, possibly will have some kind of they'll feel like, we talked about earlier, that they'll feel like they're in emergency, that like November will be full of chaotic happenings, and they'll feel like they need more time to recover. Also, I want to tell you my own dream that I had about the 7 waves. I had a dream that we were swimming in the ocean, and it was like peaceful, quiet waters, and there was like rock formations behind us holding the ocean water in check, I guess. And then we saw a huge wave coming towards the shore, and we were like swimming in the quiet water, but when that big wave was coming, it hit so hard that all those rock formations that were kind of around us, they all started falling. They all started to shatter and go down. When we saw that happening, the cold wave, the cold water started rushing into the place where we were swimming. So in my dream, I felt like it wasn't safe there anymore. So we had to move we had to move from the ocean and leave the ocean place. And I saw all the rock formations fall down. The waves started coming, more colder water. It wasn't a safe place. And as we were on the shore then, someone told me there's 7 waves coming, and each wave will be stronger than the first one. And that was my dream. So like in my dream, like I felt like we were like we had to move because I felt unsafe in that place where we were before. So as I was doing my research about the wave dreams, I noticed that a lot of people had similar dreams about the waves coming into the ocean, and like a very strong current, and people were stating different things about the waves. But one interpretation kind of caught my eye. The guy was talking about in it's a propheticdream.com. He was saying that he had a similar dream, and his interpretation was the first wave is society changing pandemic, like all our people, how we're handling the pandemic. The second wave was riots and protesting on the streets. The third wave is the actual election, how it will turn out. But we still have a few more to go, and that was my question. But what would those other waves bring to our country and to the whole world? And like in my dream, each wave was stronger than the first one. So whatever is coming to this country and to the whole world, it can be more intense, more stronger than the previous wave. So I looked in the Bible about the waves and what could be the symbolic significance to them. I was just kind of looking through them. Some of the verses caught my eye. I thought I wanted to share with you as well. It said Psalm 865 and verse 7 that who stilled the roaring of the sea, the roaring of their waves, and the turmoil of the nations. And then in Jeremiah 51 verse 42, it states, the sea will rise over Babylon, its roaring waves will cover her. I was like, whoa, that's pretty scary. And then Jeremiah 51 verse 55, the Lord will destroy Babylon, he will silence her noise. Waves of enemies will rage like great waters, the roar of their voices will resound. So I'm sure you will agree with me that we are entering November in an interesting time. With election will be behind us, we will have to go and see who wins the presidency, how it will all turn out for the better. Hopefully it will go all peaceful, it will be everything will be fine. But if Pastor Dana Coverstone's dream comes true, we will be interestingly we'll see that in his dream it's specified that it will not be simple and easy and peaceful transition. Hopefully it doesn't come true. Hopefully it will be fine, but we'll just have to pray and hope everything will turn out for the best. But according to my dream, I know there's a lot of waves of, usually waves are coming like some kind of uncertainty and some kind of not very comfortable thing that will come to us. It's more like a symbolism of water, cold water coming towards us. So it's not comfortable. It will not be easy, but we'll have to go through everything to get stronger and better on the other side. Hopefully you enjoyed this video about waves and Dana Coverstone November dream, and hopefully you will subscribe to my channel and support me on this journey of YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting videos coming up.